Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Armchairing. I'm your host, Bruce Morrow, as shown on the screen. Right. It's been a while. And been busy. Sometimes it's the environment. Living in an area where last week it was raining a lot and could get home for a while because coming from work because crazy, too much raining here in, yes, I live in Florida. Yes, there's still black people in Florida. So thank you for being here. Welcome to a new episode of Armchairing. Tonight we're going to talk about WNBA. Ciatline Clark is her hype, as the title said. Is the hype dead? We're going to talk about NFL. It's around the corner. We're going to talk. We're going to have a preview, a very quick preview, because there's a lot I could say about the NFL, but it's not around here. And no, I'm not going to talk about Shannon Sharp being fired from ESPN. No, I'm not going to talk about Gilbert Arenas being arrested. I try to stay away from gossips when I do the show. So if it's necessary, I'll talk some gossipy things. And we'll talk about Messi. Lionel Messi, the GOAT, they say. So some of you know, if you watch the show since the beginning, I've said that I'm an Argentina fan since I was a kid. I think Diego Armando Maradona is the greatest soccer player of all time. But people say Messi, that's fine. Everybody has their opinion, just like MJ is my GOAT. Some people say LeBron is my GOAT. Ciatline Clark. Right now, the Fever are playing. They were down before I was prepared to for the show. They were down 30-20, and then I just looked to my right there, or to your left, but to my right. 55-50, they're up 5 points. So it should be an interesting second half. So let's talk about Ciatline Clark. Supposedly the best player on the Fever. I don't think he's the best player. She's the best player on the Fever. I think it's Mitchell. That's been the best player this season. Maybe Ciatline Clark is not the best player because she's been injured. So around this time last season, everybody was on the Ciatline Clark train. She was discussed everywhere. A lot of posts online, Twitter, Facebook, Threads, Instagram. A lot of podcasts talk about Ciatline Clark. A lot of podcasts talk about Ciatline Clark against injuries. Swoops got in trouble because she said she's okay, she's not that good. And I agree with Swoops. A lot of people hated on Swoops for saying that, but she was right. She was correct. So, but this season, unfortunately for Ciatline Clark, she's been injured. She only played, I believe, 13 games this season. 13 games. She's been dealing with a groin injury. Last season, I said that Ciatline Clark, people are going to get physical with her. She needs to be ready, and people said that she got into the weight room and she get muscles, but unfortunately, she's been injured. I don't know why. Maybe her training. I don't know her training. I don't know how her training is in the off season. But what one thing that I notice on TV, because usually sometimes I watch First Take. I don't watch First Take as much as I used to because I've been busy trying to deal with life. But I remember last season there was a lot of hot takes on Ciatline Clark on TV. A lot of hot takes. I remember there was like people saying that she should be on the Olympic team, and she didn't make the Olympic team. They said Cheryl Weave was hating. She said she denied it. A lot of racists been online disparaging injuries. They're still doing that. They're still doing that now. They're with the me bounce thing, and she tried to turn it around to make the me bounce a positive. But there's a lot of hate on injuries because of racist Ciatline Clark fans. Let me say white fans. Most of the fans are white fans. They want a white hope superstar. And last season, she did play well. She did play well. She shot the ball well. But this season, she's been atrocious. She's been terrible. People are going to say, oh, she only played 13 games, injuries, whatever. But it's true. She has been horrible this season. And I remember a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, they put her ninth in guard or something like that. And people like were crying, especially Dick Vitale, saying, oh my God, it's ridiculous. So she was, I'm sorry, she's, I don't think she's not. I think she's lower than that now. I don't think she should be an all-star. I don't think she should have been an all-star. In my opinion, she got voted by the fans to be an all-star. She was not an all-star this season, to be honest. And injuries had a better season than they could call this season. So there was a lot of hype when Ciatline Clark got into the league. And I think Ciatline Clark hype was deserved, was justified, because she was spectacular in college. She broke scoring record, leading an Iowa team that, I mean, there's like one other player in the NBA, Kit Martin. I don't know we're going to hear about Iowa much of it after Ciatline Clark, because it's because of Ciatline Clark that I watch Iowa women. Nobody watched Iowa women. But she deserved the Rookie of the Year. She says all that. But I think the hype is dead. I think the hype is dead. Because no one is talking about WNBA in terms of basketball. All they want to talk about is the pay, the CBA and stuff. But I'm around basketball fans, basketball people. No one is talking about the WNBA as much as last year, and no one is talking about Ciatline Clark as much as last year. Is the hype dead permanently? I don't know. Maybe when she comes back, we could see her perform a certain way, and then the hype will be there again. The great white hope will be celebrated again. But when she has been playing, she's been horrible. She's shooting 27% on the field from three this season. 27%. And I think she's 2 of 35 on the road, I believe. And 2 of 30 now, or 35. Let me look at the stat. I had it here, but I'll find it. She's been horrible on the field. And I was watching a podcast one Sunday, and this guy said Ciatline Clark is the greatest women basketball player of all time. She's gonna shoot 50% this season from three. So, and I called him on in the comments, and I'm like, you have not been watching WNBA, and he admit he has not been watching a lot of WNBA. A lot of those people who are hyping up Ciatline Clark, they don't even watch basketball, or they just started watching basketball. I've been watching WNBA since the 90s. Since 99 or 99, I believe. And Ciatline Clark is not the best player I've seen. Sue Bird is a better point guard than Ciatline Clark. Tisha Penishero is a better point guard than Ciatline Clark. So I'm not hating. I don't have any bias against a race or whatever, because those people I said, they are a certain race. So yes, I said 2 for 35. I exaggerated. So it's 2 for 30 on the road. 2 for 30. Ciatline Clark hype. It's that. It's that. Is it coming back? He might come back. I mean, great players have been injured before. Michael Jordan was injured. I think he was third year or second year. He was injured third year, I think, I believe. And you saw what happened. But there was so much headlines about Ciatline Clark last season. First take, you see Monica McNutt or Andrea Carter, you know, and even when they get into discussions with Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp on ESPN. By the way, we're not gonna see that anymore. Shannon Sharp on ESPN. I don't know. I don't think pretty soon. So a lot of Ciatline Clark topics, but this season I have not seen a Ciatline Clark topics. I have not seen people going crazy about Ciatline Clark. I mean, except Fever fans, they're still online. Even though Ciatline Clark didn't play, the recent game of Fever against the Sky was like the 6th most watched game on TV. But I don't think people are just like going crazy to see for Ciatline Clark this season. He's out of sight, out of mind. She's out of sight, out of mind. And that's one of the reasons why I think it was a bad idea for the women to renegotiate for a CBA. And I had all this essay last week too, and I lost it. I was going to talk about how it was wrong. It was the wrong time to ask for money. Hey, the women deserve all the money. Who am I to say they don't deserve money? They sweat, they train, whatever, they deserve all that. And sometimes the owners lie about the money they get. But with Ciatline Clark being injured, nobody's really interested in the product. And there's no hype for Ciatline Clark. There's no hype for England. We don't see Ciatline Clark. Have we seen that? Most of the games were already scheduled on TV for the Fever to see Ciatline Clark. Most of the tickets were already bought on TV for Ciatline Clark. No one is talking about Ciatline Clark because she's out of sight, out of mind. The hype is dead. The hype is dead. All the Jamel Hill hate that I used to see about Ciatline Clark, I don't see that anymore. Lately, I've seen a lot of people going after Candace Parker because she said Angel Reese is not in the same level as Ciatline Clark. I mean, I see her point. She's not wrong. But I think Angel Reese had a better season than Ciatline Clark this season. When Ciatline Clark is on the floor, I would admit that the other teams focus their defense on her. But Angel Reese is, I think she needs to work on her game and stuff. Yes, but she's like a 23, like second year. So I see a lot of hate. There's a lot of toxic fans. Angel Reese toxic fans and Ciatline Clark toxic fans. And I'm a fan of both. Believe it or not, I'm a Clark fan, but I'm also a Reese fan. And I'm not biased. That's why I'm saying the hype is real. No one is talking about Ciatline Clark. No one is bringing the fever. Only people talking about the WNBA is only people who watched the WNBA before. The ratings are going down. The ratings are going down. Believe it or not, there's records or whatever, because there's more Indiana fans watching now. But the hype is dead. The Ciatline Clark hype is dead. Go look at the articles, the podcasts that were made about Ciatline Clark. It is dead. And she even spoke about it last season. By the way, hello, Mr. Thomas. Thank you for being here. She even spoke about it last season. I had the article here. I have the article here where she spoke about when she goes to what happens when she goes to the league. Is she ready to go to the league and to live up to the hype? And she said, people love the long shots, people love the passing, people love the fire. Love the long shots. I see a lot of long shots. It's a lot of breaks this year. I mean, it's a lot of breaks. Ciatline Clark had a 82.5 million impact on the Iowa economy in consumer spending and contributed to an estimated of 36.5 million to the Indianapolis economy. Of course. I mean, Peyton Manning, Ciatline Clark, some people, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, some people carry cities. And some of those Iowa fans, because Iowa does not have a WNBA team, some of those Iowa fans are Fever fans now. And they travel. Clark fans travel. And they go to Indiana to watch Ciatline Clark. And they are feverishly crazy for Clark. And recently, there was a 55-year-old that was sentenced to 18 months, I believe, in prison because he's a stalker of Ciatline Clark. So when Ciatline Clark play, she generated views or clicks or ratings, but she has not been playing this season. Only played 13 games. So because of that, the hype is dead. No one is interested. Clark is out of sight, out of mind. No one is talking about Clark like last season. Everybody was talking about Clark. That's all I saw on my timeline. Now I don't see that. Okay. All I see is sometimes I see Kenneth Parker hates injuries. I saw John Quirk. I think he was on ESPN for baseball. I think he used to play for the Phillies. I saw him talk about injuries. He's like 63 or something. Why are you throwing shade or shots at injuries? She's 23 years old. I don't understand the hate for injuries. Why has she done or said? That's why one of the reasons why I want the Clayton Clark hype to die. Because there's too much hate on injuries. Is injuries game sometimes I want to say that's a nice way. Is injuries like sometimes finesse? Yes. But she's working on it. She's way better than last season. Why the hate? All the me bounce. I see a lot of NBA players do me bounce. We don't talk about that. Okay. All right. The Clark hype is dead. But I wish Ken Clark the best. I hope Ken Clark gets back. But the obsession of Ken Clark is too much. It's toxic. It's toxic. And thankfully, it's not as big. Ken Clark is not as big as this season as last season. No one in the media is fanning over Ken Clark a lot this season. If you watch ESPN, if you watch FS1, who, by the way, it's practically dead. If you go on WNBA.com, if you go on, I used to see Ken Clark talk on CNN, but I don't watch those channels anymore, so I don't know. Ken Clark videos on YouTube all the time. I don't see those things anymore. So yeah, the hype is dead. The hype is dead. Maybe when she comes back to play, she's gonna be playing. The last time she played, she was crying on the floor, and I hope it's not a serious injury, and then she comes back as soon as possible. Speaking of coming back, it's the NFL. Before I discuss this, let me see. Yes, injuries in Ken Clark are still case. Too much pressure is on this case. Yes, there's too much pressure on these kids, but I think there's more pressure on injuries than Ken Clark because of obsession. Because there's a lot of obsession. There's a lot of obsession on Ken Clark for. I'm sorry, a lot of obsession for Ken Clark, and most of them are adults, white men. When you go on her page, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter, it's crazy. Whatever she's doing, they have something to say. And they're watching a Fever live commentary. They're still talking about injuries on YouTube. Go right now on YouTube. Go watch a Fever game. Oh, look at what you're gonna do. Not like this injuries, whatever. It's more toxic in the Fever live game commentary games of The fans, some of those Fever fans, I don't think they are Fever fans. These just Clark, crazy, toxic fans, or just crazy, or just insane. And it's because of the media hype. And I want the media hype to die and to be over. And Angel Reese does everything that she does. I don't think she talks. Last season she used to talk more. Now this season, you don't hear her talk. You don't hear her talk at all. NFL is coming back. I think there's some games. There's preseason games. There's some preseason games, and we're gonna discuss about division really quickly. I think the AFC South is one of the worst division. It's gonna be one of the easiest division. I remember because Peyton Manning was my favorite player, I used to watch the division all the time. Jaguars was really good, but I don't know about this team. I think it's the Texans division to win. So I think CJ Stroud. I hope they fix their offensive line because the offensive line was god awful last season. Jacksonville, everybody was on the Trevor Lawrence train. Nobody's talking about Trevor Lawrence. I don't want to say Trevor Lawrence. It was like the Ciatline Clark of the NFL. I mean, Trevor Lawrence was very popular. They thought he was going to be the next great quarterback. And since the playoff, when they won I think they won a game in the playoff. Yeah, it's been terrible. Terrible. Colts, Anthony Richardson, I don't think he's the right quarterback. He's scared of getting hit. I don't know why. Titans, they're gonna have Cam Ward as the quarterback. They drafted him, so I hope they win some games, but I think they're gonna struggle. Yeah. So I expect the Texans to win this division. AFC West. Ooh, that's one of the toughest division that I think. The Chiefs better get ready because they're gonna have some challenge. I expect Patrick Mahomes to be motivated. Lost in the Super Bowl. Well, got demolished in the Super Bowl. The wide receiver is back. What's his name? Oh my God, I forgot his name. I think his main wide receiver is back. I think Travis Kelce. I don't know why he came back because I don't think he's the same player. In my opinion, I don't think he's the same player. They signed Jalen Moore. I don't know about that. And the offensive line needs to be fixed. Patrick Mahomes was sacked like 36 times more, 26 more times last season than way before all the time that he started. They need to. I hope the wide receivers catch the ball this season, this upcoming season. So yeah, I think it should be interesting. The Raiders, they have Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll always has success with since he had success with the Seahawks. So I don't know. Maybe the Raiders think that Pete Carroll can bring that success to the Raiders. But remember, Pete Carroll is 73 years old. But around this. I mean, these days it doesn't matter how old you are. So I still have a lot of time to. I can get jobs too. I thought you would retire at a certain age, but these days, the older you get, the more important job you get, especially in Washington. So he traded for what's his name, Geno Smith. The defense is good. That the tight end, that's one of the best tight end I've seen in the game. He was catching all the balls. And Ashton Genty, they drafted him. I know he's Asian origin like me. So I'm looking. I think the Raiders is gonna be better than last season. So I think the Chiefs need to be careful. Chargers, it's all about Justin Herbert. He has the arm strength. I don't know how they lost that playoff game. They have a great coach. He's gonna have a second year under his belt with Justin Herbert. So Jim Harbaugh. So I think Jim Harbaugh may surprise people with the Chargers. Broncos, I don't like to coach, so their defense is good. Bonix is decent. He had a good playoff. Oh my God, this team is tough too. That's the toughest division in the probably in the NFL. Bonix can play, man. Bonix can play. They added Trent Sheffield as a wide receiver. Should be interesting. They're gonna be pesky. They're gonna be pesky. I expect the Chiefs to win the division, but I would not be surprised if the Chargers give them some heat. That's for the AFC West. Let's go to the AFC North. AFC North. Ooh. This division could have been tough too as well if what's his name? He got injured and he was really good as a quarterback. Oh my God, Deshaun Watson. But he's hurt this season. I don't know who's gonna start. Is Shedeur Sanders gonna start at middle of this season? Jerry Jeudy, he's all right. He was terrible in the Broncos uniform. I don't know about Cleveland Browns. I think they're gonna be the last in the division. Pittsburgh Steelers, they drafted the diva. I mean, not drafted. They signed the diva Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know which Aaron Rodgers is gonna show up, but maybe a vaccinated one or non-vaccinated. So I don't know. They replaced Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson was decent last season. I just think the offensive line was not that good. The running was not that good, and the wide receiver they traded to the Cowboys was just being a diva. I forgot his name. So they let Justin Field go. They just gave that kid, the little brother of what's his name, a big contract. That's crazy. And they added DK Metcalf. So I don't know. I think the Steelers might win some games, but I don't know if they're gonna win the division. I don't know. Baltimore Ravens and the Bengals. I think the Bengals, if they start slow, they're in trouble. I hope the defense is good. Lance Hendrickson, they have some defensive players, but they need defense. The defense is good. The offense is great. Jamal says, Higgins, they need to start fast. Joe Burrow can throw the ball, so he's a good quarterback. He's one of the top 3 quarterbacks. Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Man, you have everything. You have running back. You have a decent wide receiver. Hey, there's no excuse not to win the Super Bowl this season. A lot of people picked the Baltimore Ravens to win last season, but they choked in the playoff as of. They added DeAndre Hopkins from the Chiefs. By the way, I didn't mention that the Steelers just Jalen Ramsey. I did Jalen Ramsey. So 3 teams in the AFC North could make the playoff. I don't know. Cleveland Browns not making the playoff. Sorry. Even though Myles Garrett, he just resigned a big contract. So we'll see. So NFC. I have the NFC East. Dallas Cowboys. Whatever. I think it's the same thing again. They're going to talk about Cowboys all the time on ESPN. It's just like the Lakers, Cowboys, Yankees all the time. That's all they talk about. I don't think they talk about the Yankees that much anymore in ESPN. It's Cowboys and Lakers all the time. LeBron. So like I said, they traded for Josh Pickens. Dak Prescott is back. He missed 9 games last season. Micah Parsons contract. I think Dallas Cowboys, they're gonna win some games. And people are gonna say Super Bowl, and then they choked. Giants, terrible. Have nothing to say. Russell Wilson is back there. I don't see nobody there. Jameis Wilson is the backup. I think they're done. Eagles. A lot of people picked the Eagles to repeat. I think they gonna be good. Jalen Hurts, I have to probe himself again. Congratulations on getting married, Jalen Hurts. It's interesting. So it said that Jalen Hurts sought advice from Michael Jordan on going back to back, and we'll see if he goes back to back. But there's a lot of players that are gone from the team. I mean, Brandon Graham is done, Joshua, Darius Slade, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Milton. Oh my God, there's a lot of players gone in defense. So I don't know if the defense is going to be the same. I don't think Shaquan Barkley is going to be the same. He has a chip on his shoulder. So we'll see. Washington Commanders, they surprised a lot of teams last season. It's going to be the second year with Jaden Daniels. Is he going to have a second sophomore slump like Ciatline Clark? So let's see what it's going to happen. So I'm picking by the way, I picked the Ravens to win AFC North. So I'm picking the Eagles to win by default. The NFC West, but the NFC East, sometimes they change. It's very crazy. Sometimes it's team you don't expect win the division. Very quickly, NFC North: Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings. Oh my God, that's another interesting division. Detroit Lions, all their coaches left. The offensive coordinator is the Bears head coach now. The defensive coordinator is the Jets head coach now. By the way, I didn't talk about the AFC East. I'll talk about it after this one. I think the Lions should get back. I don't know who's gonna call their play. I hope they get. They had their franchise best 15 wins last season, but Jared Goff choked in the playoffs. So it's the Goff redemption tour. If you don't win this season, I don't know if you still be the quarterback. You have everything, man. You have everything. I hope Dan Campbell don't make any gumbles this season, but I think he's gonna make some. I think the running backs are interesting, are still there. They're good. I think it should be an interesting season for the Lions. The Packers, they made some signing, some good signing. Aaron Banks and Nate Hobbs. They drafted a wide receiver. But the quarterback was hurt last season. I think the quarterback was hurt last season. So I expect him to be Jordan Love. I expect him to be healthy. Hopefully he get healthy. I think Packers and the Lions gonna be interesting. They're gonna battle for the first place. I don't know who's gonna win the division. The Bears, I think they're gonna be better. Callum Williams gonna get a offensive man genius as a coach, so it's gonna be interesting. Vikings, JJ McCarthy, first season, was injured last season. Sam Darnold was the quarterback. Now he's with the Seahawks, so we'll see. So I'm expecting the Packers or the Vikings to win. AFC East, I didn't want to. It's gonna be one of the worst division in the AFC East. I think the Buffalo is gonna win. I'm not gonna talk about it. I think the Jets gonna suck. Dolphins, Tua is one concussion away from retirement. I think he should retire. Mike Vrabel, the new head coach of the Patriots. Drake May, I don't think he's the answer. I don't think he's that good. Justin Fields already has injuries. He's banged up. So I'm picking Buffalo to win again the division. Josh Allen, congratulations on your wedding. And your wife was interesting on Sinners. I don't know if I want my wife to say those lines he was saying to Michael B. Jordan. Something about coups and stuff. I don't know about it. I don't know about any coups. Okay. I think I'm done with NFC now. Okay, I said the NFC North, NFC East, so I have the NFC West left, I believe. No, NFC South and NFC West. NFC South is terrible, as like the AFC South is trash. I don't know who's gonna win. I think the Buccaneers made no progress. They lost their offensive coordinators to their coaching jobs. Now it's Josh Gazard. I don't know who that is. I don't know. A lot of people picking Atlanta Falcons. I think Phoenix is okay. The quarterback is okay, but I don't know. Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young was benched. Now he's back. So hopefully he finished the season strong. So hopefully he gets better. New Orleans Saints gonna suck. Mr. Thomas, go Giants. Yeah, the Giants are terrible. Sorry. Giants are terrible. They're trash. They're trash. Sorry about that, Mr. Thomas. I think the Falcons. I don't know who's gonna win. NFC South is terrible. I don't think I'm gonna watch some of those games. NFC West. That's another terrible division. I think it's between two teams. But the Cardinals, if they can turn Marvin Harrison Jr. into a quarterback and the great wide receiver like his father, I think they have a shot. Kyler Murray has to play better. I don't know why he's still the starter. If he doesn't win this season, I mean, do you still want him as a starter? I don't think you should look for a quarterback. Rams, Matthew Stafford could be his last season. They let Cooper Kupp go. They add Devontae Adams. He's gonna pair him with Pakua, something like that. And I hope Devontae Adams doesn't let me leave so I can play to the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. So Matthew Stafford can still throw the ball. Rams gonna be good. 49ers, Purdy. I think he's slightly overrated, but I don't know. The defense was terrible last season. I hope they better this season. CC just become a father, the running back. I don't know. I think it's the 49ers division to win by default. The Seahawks, they have Sam Darnold. I think it was a fluke last season with the Vikings. I think the Seahawks are going to be terrible. Cooper Kupp went there. Same down in Cooper Cup. I don't know. I think Cooper Cup lost like a couple steps, but we'll see. So I'm gonna wait for another episode, and I'll say who's gonna win. I'm gonna predict who's gonna win the Super Bowl, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna make my choices. Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about something I'm very passionate about. It's not football. It's not American football. It's not the NFL. It's football, or as people in this country call soccer. So months ago, I said who's the greatest player of soccer of all time. If you're interested, you can check it out. One of those episodes where I said that I don't think Messi is the greatest football player of the time. I think Zidane is better than him. I think Maradona is better than him. I think Diego Maradona is better than him. Zinedine Zidane is better than him. I don't think Beckham is better than him. I think Ronaldo Gaucho is better than him. I think Ronaldinho is better than him. I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo, I think Cristiano Ronaldo is slightly overrated to me. Messi is like top 10, probably. I have to do a list again. So recently, last week, Mr. Lionel Messi was suspended by the MLS. And I see a lot of people say, oh, MLS went too far. They suspended Lionel Messi. Do I want to see Messi play? Yes. Do I think the MLS got a boost with Messi? Got a boost with Messi coming to play for the MLS? Yes. Do I think Messi made the MLS a lot of money? Yes. Apple Plus gave the MLS a lot of money because of Messi. A lot of sponsors went to the MLS because of Messi. By the way, when Messi came to the MLS last season, I think, there was a lot of hype, just like Ciatline Clark. Excuse me. And you saw Messi all the time on ESPN and whatever. And then they choke down the road. With Lionel Messi, by the way, Lionel Messi choke a lot. If he doesn't have a great player along him, he chokes. He has to have a perfect team to win. And by the way, Argentina, I'm an Argentina fan. Sometimes I wear Argentina shirt here on the podcast. And sometimes Messi is a diva to me. He's a little bit of diva. If you say something bad about him, he's not going to talk to you. He bends you, and he get crazy defensive. In any sports, when you sign for a professional league, when they have All-Star games, when you sign a contract, if you get selected for an All-Star game and you don't say you are injured, you play. I'm not saying that Messi, you have to force Messi to play, but he's obligated because he signed the contract. They're paying you. It's in your contract to play if you're not injured. No one did it. Miami Inter Miami didn't say Messi was injured. I saw Sabali of the Liberty. She put a statement she couldn't play in the WNBA game. But I saw her play a couple games ago. Sometimes you need rest. I understand. He's 38 years old. I understand. Just like LeBron. Just last season, he played before the All-Star game, and he played after the All-Star game, but he didn't play the All-Star game. But he put a statement saying that he could not play. Why did Messi do that? It's like Ovechkin with NHL. NHL suspended Alex Ovechkin back-to-back because he didn't play. So if the MLS didn't suspend Messi, it would be bad for the MLS and Messi. MLS have to be a respectable league. The rule has been there for years. Just because you are Messi doesn't mean you over the rule. We've been seeing these things everywhere these days. People don't respect rules. I'm tired of seeing people who don't respect rules. We've seen this. Sorry. In politics, in sports. I don't want to bring politics in here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of people who are supposed to be leaders, they don't respect rules. Messi is not bigger than soccer. Messi is gonna leave the game and the soccer gonna move on. Barcelona is winning championship without Messi. They already have a new player who's gonna wear number 10. There's a new number 10. If Messi leaves the MLS is gonna be fine. But Messi is not gonna leave the MLS because he's making too much money. Trust me, I live in Florida. I see Messi commercials in everything. Lowe's, Publix. You know how many Messi commercials I've seen? Messi has businesses here now. Messi has a residence here now. MLS wants to be serious. You want to be a serious league. Messi and Alba needed to be suspended. You didn't warn the league that you couldn't play. You didn't say anything. Now, all those the owner of the team complaining, all those people, they know this. They know this. They're just saying it just for Messi to not leave. The owner of Inter Miami is saying this because Messi is making them too much money. No one is above the sport. People moved on from Maradona. People moved on from Ronaldo. People moved on from Ronaldinho. Nobody's talking about Cristiano Ronaldo these days. They're talking about the kid from who's in Barcelona. I cannot say his name. I'm terrible at saying his name. They're talking. Hey, Mbappe left PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and they're winning games without him. They just destroyed his new team, Real Madrid. I'm sorry. All those people saying, oh my God, the MLS suspended Messi. That's BS. Alexi Lalas, former whatever USA great, saying that Messi, whatever. I agree with him, but he has beef with Messi. All of a sudden, the MLS is folding under the pressure. They just give Messi the MLS Player of the Month. Really? Really? That's why I'm an Argentina fan. I like Messi. He's okay. He's a great player. But I'm not a fan of his antics. He has so many antics people overlook. He's like the LeBron of the MLS. There's no eggs in the face of the MLS. The rule was there before Messi came in the MLS. There has to be integrity in the league. The MLS was right to suspend Messi. Come on, man. And by the way, he got rest. There's more I could say, but because I'm running out of time, I have like 4 minutes. All the things you're saying is BS. Oh, he's a whatever. He's a great player. He's whatever, whatever. We know he's a great player, but he's a human who is not above the game. You know how many people spend their hard money trying to see Messi play for the All-Star Game? You didn't say anything. How's that? This is insulting to me. Insulting to me. I have a poster of Messi here. A poster of Messi and Maradona. Right there. So maybe one day I'll show it. So I don't know when Messi is gonna play again. So they say there's a lot of games in the MLS, whatever. He didn't see the games before signing the contract. You're 38 years old. That's not an excuse. You signed the contract. So watch MLS put Messi as the MVP. Watch. They did that last season. And they choke in the playoff, first round in the playoff. Messi chokes all the time. I told you, he's the LeBron of the MLS of soccer. So good luck to all the Messi fans. I hope I do not get hate. So if I get hate, I welcome it because you're going to be subscribing and you're going to like the video. Thank you for listening. It was fun. To all the Clark fans, I'm not saying she's overrated, but she's in a sophomore slump. NFL, it's gonna be interesting to see. Are the Eagles gonna repeat? 2018 Eagles learned the hard way. All the Messi fans, I'm not saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is better, but Messi is a diva, and it was time for him to learn. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. We have a lot of shows on this network. One Podcast Network is right there. All right. See you guys later. Peace.
Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.